it going there today, everybody? This is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So if you've been enjoying the content I've been putting out, I recommend subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. So today I wanted to talk about buying discs. When you buy a disc, you should buy the disc on how it ends the flight of the disc. So when you're, buying your disc and you pick out a disc and you throw it, they all throw flat. Every disc you throw it out flat, and then depending on the finish is how the disc finishes. You should buy your disc on how your disc finish, not how they fly. So in front, these are 4 of my mid-ranges. Each one of these lands different on the fairway at the end of the flight. I throw putters. Their setup is the exact same. And I do the same thing with my fairway drivers, same setup. So what it is a Mako for a straight shot. It lands forward when it finishes. It'll actually land on a forward glide. So I like this disc because it goes straight and it has a forward finish. Gonna get maximum distance out of this disc. This disc, my Rock. I like the Rock because it'll come off the line just a little bit on a hyzer finish. So this disc I can throw completely straight and it's gonna come off the line just a little bit and then land. So a slight hyzer finish. My Cayman nice and flat, and then when it comes in for its finish, it's gonna hyzer harder than my Rock. So I could, slide this disc to the left more than I can slide my Rock. So this one straight flight, hyzer's left harder. The next one is my Gator. So the Gator finishes on a hard 90. The Gator will fly straight and then finish hard 90. So out of those discs, it's the flight, the way the disc ends its flight pattern is how I decide what disc to throw. If I'm throwing a shot like, let's say out of bounds is only 15 feet behind the basket, I don't want to throw my Mako because it lands with a forward slide. Got to throw it slower so it hits the ground and tries to slide up. If I throw the Rock, it's still going to do the same thing. It's going to land with a forward hyzer, so it possibly could go out of bounds. And it would be the same thing. You got to throw it short and try to slide it up. But if I throw my Gator, I can push it up to the basket because it's going to land on a hard left hyzer. It's not going to push out of bounds because it hooks hard left. So all I got to do is get the disc up to the basket. I don't need to worry about going past out of bounds because the disc lands hard left on the finish. So that covers all of my shots for a backhand. This disc here is for all my anhyzers. So this disc is a beat-in DX Rock, and this kind of starts, it'll start off flat, but it's gonna roll over and come back to the right. So that disc starts my right hand side. So you can see I have the whole entire fairway covered with these discs, but it's all because of how they finish their flight patterns is how I use them. So when you're buying a disc, you want to pay attention to how the disc finishes on the throw. So, like I said, like the Gator is a great utility disc because it lands hard left. You know, lets you kind of push up and then breaks hard left. You won't go deep out of bounds. And like I say, you know, so when you're purchasing your disc, you know, pay attention on how the disc finishes its flight pattern. Because depending on how it finishes its flight pattern might help you get around the course better. So anyways, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha.